Maybe like this. So this one is going to be extruded. Really hard to see, but I think we are close enough. Maybe just slide it a little bit back to be a little bit more interested. Yeah, it's looking good. I think we're gonna keep this. Now we have just to add this to our object here. So there are two ways how we can do this, but I think we are gonna do this with our boolean cutter. Move it a little bit out and extrude it inwards like this. And now we can use it as a cutter, but first we have to recalculate our normals. And I hope we haven't any, yeah, we have a face in here. So delete it, and now we can just add it to the rest of the object by adding a boolean modifier and cut it. It's making strange things like that, but yeah, we just add a mirror modifier on this one on the x-axis. But we have to be in the middle, or we're just going to... Yeah, we can't do this. That's a nice detail too, I think, but we stay with this. So we have to be in here in the middle. So I'm going to turn off our mirror modifier for now. I'm going to select this edge, cursor to selected, and now with selecting this one, we can just click on Q if you have added to your quick favorites and go by origin to 3D cursor, or you can go to object, set origin, origin to 3D cursor, and then we have it here. But we still are a little bit off. So we have just to go a little bit down with our detail of this one. Clipping on and go down. Or we stay really like this. Huh, that's strange. Yeah, we are still in the wrong position. So I'm gonna do this again, but we have to select obviously our right vertex for our origin. So I'm going to select this one on the Y 0 point, then I'm going to cursor to selected, and now we can just go back to our original object and origin to 3D cursor, and now we can just mirror it to the other side. So now it's right. Good, now we can just apply our boolean modifier, delete this one, and it's not completely cut it in, so we just have to do it manually. Yeah, we have here still a little bit of a problem, so just do it again. Go a little bit more inwards, and now the problem is we are open here, so just close it up, and now we can apply our boolean modifier here, and we can delete this one, and we have our nice little detail in here. Good. So far, so good. Done this. Alright, we have another detail in here that we have to do. But first I'm going to delete this duplicated object. We don't need this one, and we're gonna reactivate our original one. And same thing we have done here with this, we can just do here, but I'm doing this offline now, so see you later. Alright, I have done this little detail in here, just a little bit, not too much. So the next thing we have to do is, on this one we just have to apply first our Boolean modifier. So apply that, so we can delete this one. And now we are ready to make our high poly final. That means we are going to put on all our object bevel modifier. We're just gonna start with this one, select it, and then go to bevel modifier. I'm going to close this a little bit up, and now we just can see a little bit more. On the bevel modifier, standard thing I'm doing is at amount 0.02. It's the total amount of bevel in here. Then the segments, usually I'm going to 3. Don't go too high because it's slowing down your viewport. Then the next thing is limit method is weight, and you see it's going back, but we have to do other things first. So the next thing is we are going to geometry, and on middle outer we can go to arc, deactivate clamp overlap, and on shading activate harden normals. So these are the standard settings I'm using on the bevel modifier. And to activate this one, because now it's deactivated, just go into edit mode, select all your sharp edges. So you can just go to select sharp edges, verify that you have only your sharp edges selected. So let me see, I think we have in here, yeah, we have in here some problems. Let's see how it works first. So the rest is good. Alright, now you can open your end panel, and on the item you can go to edge data, and there is mean bevel weight. If you increase now your mean bevel weight, you see our edges are gonna be beveled. Don't go too high, because if you're going too high you have a little bit of a problem, and I want subtle edges. So I think a total amount of 0.05 is enough. It's a little bit too much, so we have to go a little bit down. 0.02, maybe 0.03. 0.03 is looking good. Maybe 0.02. I stay with 0.02. That's enough. Alright, we have done this one. So, to avoid that you have to activate on all of your objects this bevel modifier and do the settings manually, you can just select all with the object in selection that has the bevel modifier on it, and then go to this little arrow, copy to selected. But I see we have a little problem down here. That object right does not support bevel modifiers. It's our reference pick, so just exclude it from the selection. So select all, select your object that has the bevel modifier on it, and do it again. And you see we haven't any error, and on all our object is our bevel modifier. Good. I'm gonna hide this one because we are done. Or maybe first we're just gonna do some little change in here. Just a little change. And one here. Oh, we are open. It's not good. So just close it up. We have to activate first our clipping. Same thing down here. And now we can just close it up and click F for fill. And now we have closed it. And on this one I just want to make the same detail, so just bevel it a little bit. And now we can go on. So I'm gonna hide this one. On this, select sharp edges. I have it on my Q option. So select sharp edges and go a little bit up. Not too much. You see we have a little bit of a problem in here. So let me see what's causing the problem. Maybe we have two bevel modifiers on. That's not good. So delete one. Just need one. And now we can go up. Not too much. Yeah, 0.3 is enough. Or maybe... No, I think 0.3 is enough. Alright, now we are here. Same thing. Select sharp edges and 0.03. And we have also here this problem. Oh, I think I have cooperated too much. So sorry for that. I have to delete two. I don't know why. If you have the same problem, just delete it. And now we are here. 0.03. Let me see if it's too much in here. Yeah, it's totally too much. 0.03 is too much, so go a little bit down, at least this detail is in here. 0.02. Still too much. 0.01. Maybe 0.015. Let me see how you can go far. How far we can go. 0.02 has to be enough. Alright, now it's better. But you see we have here still some problems. Our bevel is too much in here. So I go back to 0.0, let me see, 0.01 on these details in here. 0.015. And on the other details, so on these edges out here, we can go a little bit more, maybe. So deselect all these parts. And now we just can go a little bit more, a little bit further with this. I think 0.02 is enough. So far so good. How is it looking in here? Here we haven't any. So just select this. And we're going with 0.02 just to look just to see how it's looking. But I think that's good. Alright, done this one. So the next is this. I have to delete it. Alright, sharp edges, 0.02. How is it looking on the other side? Yeah, 0.02 is enough. We have to deselect this part and yeah, the part down here. And now we can just 0.02 bevel it out. In here we just have a problem, but that's good. You see, we are a little bit, we have a little bit of a trouble in here because these points are too close. So to solve this, just merge some points together. Same thing on here. Maybe just go a little bit down. That's a little bit of a problem with this Boolean cutter. It's looking just better, but we can dissolve this edge. So it's a little bit more better on here on this side. So if you have some this stuff, just resolve some edges. Alright. And we are done in here. Up here we have a problem. Let me see. Maybe this line. Yeah, that was the problem. So just reconnect it. And we are done with this one. So just hide it and go to the next. Okay, we have some. And rest it. In here we have a little bit of a problem, but I think it's annexes too much, maybe? Ah, okay, that's the problem. We have to delete this half because we are just mirroring it. So go into edit mode and delete one half. Just make sure you delete all the half and then you can just reactivate. Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem now, but if you just go a little bit up. Like this, so we have another, so we have our circle, nice. Alright, going to the next. Maybe in here I'm going a little more. Maybe with 0.05. Right, next one. 0.05 is enough with for this. So we are now on the final steps. Just make these 3 objects. In here we have to be a little bit more. We have to watch a little bit more out because we have to bevel all the lines. So make sure you have all the lines selected. I think on here, yeah, but yeah, it's missing this. And I'm not sure why it's not selecting all of it, but if we just select it manually, it's not a problem. Alright, 0.02 and 0.02 is enough, I think. Maybe we can just try with 0.03, but oh, it's too much. 0.03. Yeah, 0.03 is okay. So hide this one, the last 2 objects, and we are done with our high poly modeling. So 0.02, how's it looking? Maybe 0.03. I stay with 0.03. And last one. 0.03 is too much, so stay with 0.02. Alright. Oh, we have a problem up here. This line is too close, so just solve it. Okay, not solve it, then just merge these 2 together. And the other problem was we haven't any point in here, so if we just go a little bit up with our bevel, good, done this. Now we just make sure that on every object is smoothed out, but if you have auto smooth on, I think we just have done this on all parts. Good. we have done our high poly. So close the end panel. Yeah, the reference picture we don't need anymore, so just close this one up. And I open up our collection, select all, and move it to the high collection. Right, and with our object still selected, make a duplication of it. So Shift D, duplicate it, and move this to our low collection. Go to the high collection, I'm gonna hide. And on the low, we are going to lower up our segments. So go to one segment. The whole point of this is just to save a little bit of vertices. So if you have a high poly on, just a moment, I show you. Alright, so if you have just the high poly on, this one, and you go into edit mode with selection all, or you can go into object mode, it doesn't matter. You have just 140,000 on vertices. But if you go to the low poly, with just a slight change in segments, we have 64,000. So it's more than the half of vertices we have saved. And the other we are just saving now with first this object. So all the detail in here on the low poly object are gonna be deleted. So to do this, just select this ring in here, these faces. You just can do it. So delete this, and this we can just delete either. So the next thing is up here. This ring, faces, then this, and so on. We are still connected somewhere, so just make sure you're deleting all these faces connecting to the main object. I think we're just connected in here somewhere. Ah, here. Alright, select your main object, Command L, and then you can just press the I key. But we are connected still in here somewhere. This one, same thing. Now press the Command I, and you can delete this inner details. And the last thing you have to do is just to close this holes up. So two ways to do that. You can just close it like that, or the other way is delete these two faces and just close it up like this. So we have some other parts in here. Delete the vertices and we are done. Same thing on the back side. I haven't in mind, but if you just delete these two faces, you're good to go to delete details in here. It's a little bit faster, sorry. Good, now we have just to close this loop cut like this, and now we are going to make some low poly stuff. So for this curve, just delete every second edge. Make sure you don't delete too much of your curve, like up here. You see we have a slightly change. Avoid this. So maybe we just go like this. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Same thing down here. Alright. So what else we don't need? I think, yeah, this one is needed. So maybe we just close this up here. So we can slide these edges down or up. And we have deleted this, but make sure you just reactivate your bevel in here. I have deleted some. So go back and just bevel it again. Why it's 0.4, 0.04, 0.02. Alright, what else we can delete? I don't think we can just delete this, but give it a try. Yeah, we can delete it. We haven't too much of a change, and I think we are done. Yes, we are done. So go to the next one. This one is easy. Just delete every second loop cut. Done this. Next one. On this one, we're gonna delete this face in here. And maybe not, no, we don't gonna delete it. We're gonna just move it on this face up here. And now we can delete these unnecessary vertices and the loop cut in here. So on this side, we're gonna delete some unnecessary edges. Like this, and on this too. Let me see what we can else do, but I think that's enough. And I see we have just deleted our bevel in here, so copy and paste it in here. Good. I think we have just all, yeah, we have all. Good, next one. This maybe is a little bit tricky, but to start with, we have just to delete the bevel in here and down here, because that's not a, it's not a beveled edge, not meant to be beveled, and we have to do the same thing in the high poly object, but this detail in here isn't showing, so I think it doesn't matter, but we just can delete in here this unnecessary stuff. Oh, this one is needed. Maybe delete this one. Good, done this. Just gonna hide it. And this stuff in here is baked detail, so delete this all. Close it back up. And we are good to go. Maybe just gonna, I think we're gonna bake this too, so we have to try it. Maybe it works, but we see later on. So we're gonna close this up. I hope we can just close it up without any problem. Yeah, we have in here to close this. Just restore these straight lines, and we have to delete in here the mean bevel weight and these unnecessary lines. This one has to go like this. Alright, hide this one. Now we're gonna make our blade. Same thing in here, we just delete these details in here, we don't need them. But maybe it's easier to just select this button face and move it on the x-axis outward. Maybe it works. Yeah, it's worked. Okay, perfect. Just gonna do that. Just to one by one, and if you encounter any problem, you can resolve it. Alright, I think on this one we're just gonna do it in another way.